This your boy ReggieBaybee on my kids, on Folks Them Grave with my kids, man. What's that word, YouTube, on Folks Them Grave, man? Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all on my dead homie, man. This is one of the craziest stuff that I seen in prison on my kids, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all on some real shit, folks. Like, this was one of the craziest shit that I seen in prison on my kids. Okay, but cool. Now, it was a church in prison on my kids. We got Christians and Muslims, you know what I'm saying? Them the two religions in prison on my kids, you know what I'm saying? But basically, we had a church in prison on my kids, and people go to church. They're not everyday type shit on my kids, you know what I'm saying? Really Monday all the way through Sunday type shit. They do like little, you know what I'm saying? Church and prison on my kids, so type shit on my kids. But the pastor or the what the hell they call it in prison on my kids, the chaplain on my kids, folks. The chaplain, he didn't like Muslims at all on my kids, folks. Literally, he can't stand a Muslim. He hate a Muslim. Like, literally, folks, on my kids, folks. I literally seen him stop a lot of shit in the prison on my kids, folks. He look at the Muslims like gang members and shit like that on my kids, folks. And I really couldn't believe it with my eyes type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really get into the Muslim shit till I really got in prison on my kids. Like, literally, like, seeing what they like, religion, how they go about everything on my kids, seeing how they pray and see how they move as brothers and all of that extra. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really like kick it with Muslims and see how they move, and you know what I'm saying? They telling me about their religion and how shit go on my kids, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Because I got family that's Muslim on my kids, but like, you know what I'm saying? They Muslim type shit, you know what I'm saying? But me just really in prison, being around Muslims, they got kufis on, they praying every day, they reading their Quran, and they doing different shit on my kids. So I'm really just like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing how they move and shit like that on my kids, and I had a couple Muslim homies that was real cool type shit on my kids, folks. You know, I'm really messing with the Muslim on my kids on phone now. You know what I'm saying? So they were some cool brothers on phone now. But basically, the chaplain, he did not like no Muslim at all on my kids, folks. The warden didn't like no Muslim, none of that on my kids, folks. Literally, folks, you know, Muslim, they gotta pray every day on my kids, folks. Literally, the Muslims, they supposed to pray together, whatever. Nigga, they made the Muslims stop praying with each other on my kids. Like, literally, they can't pray side to side with each other, all that on my kids on phone now. Like, he made the Muslims stop praying. They made the Muslims stop praying with each other on my kids, folks. If they prayed with each other on my kids, folks, they would have got a DR or something like that on my kids. You know what I'm saying? Basically, a DI is basically putting a bad report on them or something like that, saying they not following directions and all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? And they really had signs around the prison on my kids. Muslims cannot pray with each other and all that extra shit on my kids. But what they would let them do, they'll let them, is it Jumar? You know what I'm saying? Don't let me get the goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I don't know too much about the Muslim shit, whatever, but any Muslim that's watching this video, y'all should know what I'm talking about on my kids. Is it Jumar or whatever? And do y'all do it every Friday or something like that on my kids? Y'all go pray and do whatever y'all got to do, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the Muslim, they do Jumar every Friday, whatever. So this Friday, right, the Muslim supposed to have their day for Jumar, and they all get together. They go pray in the chaplain. They go pray in the church and shit like that on my kids. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the chaplain, he don't like no Muslim, none of that shit on my kids. Literally, I done seen this man just be on the bullshit with the Muslim for no motherfucking reason on my kids, on my dead homie, on folks' grade. Like, just get on bullshit with no reason. Like, literally, the reason why the Muslim couldn't pray in a prison together, all that extra shit on my kids on phone up. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's Jumar Day. It's Jumar. Now, they didn't have no problem these since I really been in the prison on my kids. You know what I'm saying? They going to Jumar every Friday. They doing what they do in the goddamn in the church, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They do what they do as what Muslims do type shit. So basically, this Friday, it's a problem now. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem now. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they trying to get into the church, whatever. But the whole time though, the Christians in that motherfucker, he got a whole you know what I'm saying, church thing going on in that motherfucker on folks now. You know what I'm saying? So basically type shit on phone now. The Muslim mad about this shit because, you know what I'm saying, the dorm, the facility we in, folks, is not that big. It only hold 400 motherfuckers. You got dorm 1, dorm 2, dorm 3, dorm 4, dorm 5, dorm 6. Really like, it's really a big ass circle. The lunchroom is right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Everything in the middle type shit. So really it's a big ass circle. Got a church right here on to the side type shit. It ain't even that big type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's nowhere for the Muslim to go do their Jumar or whatever. But the chaplain know that the Muslim supposed to have their Jumar every Friday and get together and do what they supposed to do type shit. So it go up right there on my kids, folks. You know what I'm saying? So the chaplain like, well, y'all guys cannot come in here today. He was a white guy. You guys cannot. He was about 70 years old type shit. He was an older nigga, but he was nasty with it though. Like, He couldn't stand their ass. Literally, like, bro, if I really can explain this shit, I'm gonna tell y'all some more shit about it on my kids on phone. Like, literally, I done seen it, man. He's so nasty on my kids. Literally, it'd be times, right? It'd be inspection time like that for prison. I hate inspection time in prison on my kids. The warden come in, check your locker. It'd be too much on phone. I hate inspection time in prison on my kids. You know what I'm saying? I hate that shit. So sometimes, I go in the chaplain, you know what I'm saying? I go to church just to goddamn get away from inspection. The chaplain might say something slick about the Muslim in that motherfucker. I'm like, damn, he really don't like the Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Say something slick type shit. He'll say something slick on everything on my kids. Well, we believe in da-da-da-da-da. You know, I don't get into all that, you know what I'm saying, extra shit, but he said something that was like a sneak diss to the Muslim type shit. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what he said, and I ran back and told one of my Muslim home type shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, that man lame as hell, whatever, type shit. But anyway, basically, the chaplain come out like, well, you know, you guys, y'all can't do it. You can't do it today. You can't do it after Jumar. I'm having my own little thing today, whatever. So they're like, what the hell you mean? Like, you know that we do this every Friday. What is the problem now? What's the problem? The Muslims like, what the hell is the problem now? Like, what do y'all have a problem? What do you have a problem with us for? We haven't did anything like that, whatever. So basically, I forget whatever they going back and forth, whatever type shit. You know what I'm saying? They going at it. You know what I'm saying? They talking all that extra ass shit on my kids. Now the dorm, now the facility not even that big. We can see everything. You know what I'm saying? The Muslim deep as hell. The Christians in the church. The chaplain right here. So on my mama, folks, listen now. He been saying nasty shit and all that, being disrespectful to the Muslim, like really treating them wrong and all that extra ass shit on my homie, folks. Like doing petty shit on my kids, folks. I remember one time, folks, it was around Christmas on my kids type shit on my kids. You know, the Muslim, they don't celebrate Christmas. None of that. You know what I'm saying? They don't celebrate no holidays, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But basically for Christmas, they giving us free Chick-fil-A sandwiches and they giving us all type of shit on my kids. You know what I'm saying? Little gift, little Christmas baskets and all that on my kids. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we in prison at the same time, folks. So basically, but it's like, well, if it's any Muslims, Muslim, make sure you get all the Muslim names. They cannot get no Chick-fil-A bag and they can't get a little Christmas bag and none of that because that's So basically, you know what I'm saying? Like just being petty as hell for no reason. You know what I'm saying? We in prison at the end of the day. I understand that they ain't supposed to be goddamn celebrating goddamn Christmas, none of that. But of course they want a Chick-fil-A. They want to eat, folks. You know what I'm saying? Let folks them eat. You know what I'm saying? You want some petty ass shit, right? Every Muslim name type shit, whatever. Like he used to be on some petty shit. Like, you don't even see. Okay, he used to be on petty dumbass shit on my kids, folks. At the end of the day, we in prison on my kids. Now Ramadan type. You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit about all these religions and all that, but I know when Ramadan come up type shit, you don't even see the chaplain on these regular days like early and none of that on my kids, folks. It's Ramadan. It's time to go to chow. You see the goddamn chaplain walking around trying to see if he can find a Muslim and anything like that. Trying to catch him and see if they trying to sneak out and get an extra tray because it's Ramadan. You know, shit like that on my kids. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas be starving now. They don't be eating. They might just come out and sneak and get a tray and save it for later on my kids, folks. It was Muslim like that on my kids, folks. You know what I'm saying? So he used to be on some petty racist ass shit with the Muslim on my kids, folks. So anyway, long story short on my kids, folks. They was sick of his shit on my kids. One of the Muslims bust his ass. Beak up. Knocked the chaplain right out on my kids. Beat his ass up on my homie. Them niggas running the church on my mama, folks. Beat up everybody. For my mama, they went in that bitch and beat everybody in that bitch. Now that bitch going crazy on my mama. This is a big ass brown. That bitch, that bitch going crazy on my mama. The Muslim versus Christians on folks now. I can't make this shit up, folks. It go down in prison, folks. This type of shit, folks. This shit need to go worldwide, go on the news, folks. Why they don't, man, listen to my homie, folks. This shit go crazy, folks. They get mad. The Muslims get mad. They hit it, bro. They feel like they playing with on folks now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really take their shit serious and they really feel like, okay, man, cool, you want some bullshit. We finna beat your ass and we finna fight everybody in this motherfucker on my kids. You know what I'm saying? They feel violated. Y'all disrespected on my kids. You know what I'm saying? And the chaplain, he tried them, gang. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, you guys cannot come in here and like, bro, they do this shit every Friday, gang. You know that. You ain't never tried that shit, but you want to try this shit today. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, but that shit was crazy hell on my kids, folks. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, on my damn homie, folks. That was crazy, gang. That was probably one of the crazy shit I done seen, folks. It went down that day. Now, every Muslim, now when that shit happened, just know every Muslim got shipped and transferred that day. Bro. Because they put their hand on the chaplain, so every last one of the Muslims on my kids, even the Muslims didn't do nothing on my kids, every last one of the Muslim folks, they got shipped and transferred on my kids. Some shit got down, they raided their security, all type of shit. Citing a riot, that's probably the worst DIs you want to get in prison on my kids. You know what I'm saying? But basically, that camp was really racist as hell type shit on my kids, folks. But it went down on my kid. That was the most crazy shit I ever seen. That a chaplain, he did not like Muslims. He thought he treated them like gang members and all that extra ass shit. And you know what I'm saying? So, and plus he probably had something really happen to him. He probably was goddamn back around Malcolm X tag days. You know what I'm saying? Like he really felt some type of way about Muslims. He couldn't stand them and none of that on my kids, folks. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even about like, I can't really say the chaplain was like racist or something like that on my kids, folks, because he loved the black people. Like, he loved black people. I ain't gonna lie, like, I would say he loved black people because he had a lot of black people in the church. I think he just had a personal thing with Muslims. And that really what it was type shit. Because I can't really say that he was racist. But I think he just had a personal thing with the Muslims. And he just couldn't stand a Muslim at all. So I don't know what a Muslim did to him back then. But that was one of the reasons why he didn't like a Muslim on my kids. You know what I'm saying? So he just couldn't stand them. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, this other little young nigga on my kids, folks, he was Muslim type shit, but he was trying to skip a inspection. He was trying to skip inspection type shit. You know what I'm saying? He just he going to goddamn to the chopper type shit, just goddamn chopper like, oh hell no, you was a Muslim, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Cuss the nigga out and everything on God. Like, you can't be in here, you a Muslim. Da-da-da-da. Little bro go in on his ass like, man, fuck your bitch ass and da-da-da-da, pussy ass, woo-woo. Da-da-da. He throwing shit all around the goddamn church and all that on my kids. You know what I'm saying? He going to hell for that, but he going crazy. And basically, like, that shit was retarded, for prison different, folks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that shit different, gang. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, one thing about that in Georgia on my kids, folks, if you a Muslim in Georgia, folks, they look at it like a gang type shit. If you Muslim, you a gang. They gonna tag you like a gang, all that on my kids. And then in prison, you can't be a GD and a Muslim. You can't be a Blood and a Muslim. You can't be a Crip and a Muslim. You can't be both. They gonna look at it like you playing both sides. You gotta choose one. You know what I'm saying? But it's a religion though. You know what I'm saying? But down here in prison, these niggas got down. The Muslims, they you know what I'm saying? It's different out here, gang. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be a Muslim in a GD. You can't be affiliated and be a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So niggas gonna look at you strange, look at you weird. You playing both sides. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta choose a side. You know what I'm saying? Or if you is, nigga, if that's your religion, nigga, you can't pray with these niggas. You can't kick it with these niggas. Yeah, but niggas know. Anybody from Georgia, y'all niggas know how this shit go on my kids. But y'all niggas like, comment, subscribe on my kids, and subscribe to my channel on Folks No Grave, man. And that was one of the craziest prison stories that I probably seen on phone now. Muslims fighting in the, like, this shit, that shit